hope everybody's doing well. So we're going to take a very quick look to see what you need to know. And I'm going to pull the love oracles for this reading, so to choose from. We are going to do 4 piles, but these are going to be quick readings for me. So I'm trying to focus on 10 to 15 minutes. We'll see how that goes. Okay, so always remember, like in these cards, you can choose from either the phrase, the image, one of the sayings that have little keywords on the bottom. It could be that. It could be just like you feel drawn to it and you don't know why. Okay, so pile 1, what do you need to know? Pile 2, pile 3, and pile 4. Okay, I feel drawn to take reversals, which we have one that is. So let's see, pile 1. Y'all have player. Nobody's gonna pick this card. Nobody. It may be that there's something that he's wearing or the way that he looks, something like that could be there. It just says charming, manipulative, karmic, and being tested. So there may be something about this card that is just pulling you in. It doesn't have to be a player. This could just be someone that's you're wondering, you know, are they just being incredibly charming, or is there motive behind that in some way? Okay, so pile 2, which is reversed, is date in the reverse. We have courting, dating, anniversary, and meetup on this card. Okay. So for some of you may be questioning whether or not you want to go on a date here. Okay. Pile 3, heartbreak, hurt, betrayal, grief, and disappointment. Remember, we're talking about what you need to know. So some of you, you know, you may be in a situation that resonates with these cards. Pile 4 is divine timing, wrong timing, stalemate, perfect timing, and waiting. Okay, so interesting. I didn't realize what I was getting myself into with these. Okay, guys, so if you want to, you can close your eyes, take a big deep breath. And when you let out your air and you open your eyes, which pile you feel most drawn to. For some of you, there could be a situation here that you're in right now that this is resonating with. It could be a phrase, like I said, an image. But timestamps for all of this is down below in the description box. And also, real quick, while I'm putting this out, I am still taking personal readings at this moment. I'm closing those coming this Friday at the time I'm filming this. So if you're wanting that, just reach out to me and email crystalrosereading@gmail.com. All that information is down below as well. I am going to stop doing personal readings I'm looking at probably a month or so. So if you want one, now's the time, okay? So thanks, guys. Everything's in the description box and the timestamps, and I will see you over at your pile. Pile 1. So those that were brave enough to choose the player. I just heard don't hate the player, hate the game in my head. Anyways, okay, so let's see if we can figure out what this is about. This could be somebody that you're really kind of not sure what this person's about. We're going to jump right into the tarot. And this is the Doodle Tarot. I don't think they make this deck anymore. I have a lot of people ask me about it. There's a King of Pentacles there and the Magician. So some of you, I think, are wondering if someone is what they say they are, or if they're just manipulating the situation. Because you see that King of Pentacles, which we'll see if it comes out again, also is dressed in a suit. And he is someone that, yeah, you're confused about this person. Perhaps maybe because they come across as being like all put together and like they have everything they need or want, like a King of Pentacles would. But yet there's the Nine of Cups in reverse. There's some things that seem kind of off with this person. Like maybe they talk about, you know, have you ever met someone that talks about like how much they have and this and that, but then there's things that they want that they don't have? Do you know what I mean? And it's like, I don't know, kind of maybe conflicting or confusing. For some of you, this just has to do with you don't know if you're happy in this situation here or not. or if you can make someone happy or not, because they are in a King of Pentacles energy and they may come across as having everything they need or want. Okay, so let's see what's going on here. What does pile 1 need to know about this? Judgment in reverse. So this has to do with you making a judgment call here about this person. This could have also something to do with finances for some of you. So there's the Knight of Cups. There's that charm and the Page of Swords. For some of you, there's something here that you're wanting to discuss or talk about with this person. There's something here that has to do with making some sort of judgment call, perhaps. Like you won't be able to know what to do until you have this conversation. You want to be on the same page with this person. You want to understand them, but just things feel a little off. What's going on here? I usually don't take reversals in this deck either, but that Judgment in reverse goes right with what I was already saying. So I guess I will. We have an Ace of Pentacles. I can read these either way, no matter how they come out, to be honest. I just read the energy anyway. So that Ace of Pentacles is an opportunity. So you're getting an opportunity here from someone, but you don't know if you should take it or not. For some of you, this may have something to do with a business opportunity. Judgment in reverse. You're wondering if you're getting played here, perhaps by someone, or if it's a real deal when it comes to a business opportunity. Ace of Cups. But for some of you, this has to do with love. Yeah. You don't know. It's like you're kind of unsure here about how you feel. About, like, you haven't quite made a judgment call here around this relationship. Or if whether or not you like this or this is what you want. Knight of Cups. Death. Scorpio energy. Scorpio's here as well. You're still making a decision here. Some of you could be worried about judgment from others. Page of Swords. Ten of Wands. Speaking the truth. Speaking out or speaking up or speaking the truth here, or taking responsibility for something is a burden? Or you're seeing something as being a lot of responsibility? Why is the Ace of Pentacles here? Page of Cups. Well, that's kind of like taking an offer. Why is Judgment in reverse then? The Hanged Man. Sorry guys, I had to just pause for a second. My dogs are going crazy. This Hanged Man here there's an indecision. You're indecisive here. When it comes to this relationship, building a relationship, a new relationship, you're indecisive about this relationship with this person. Things are changing. Your feelings are changing here. They're transforming. They're changing. Things are becoming different. There's a conversation that needs to be had around having something stable or committed. You know what this feels like? Someone changing. Okay, there's two storylines that I'm feeling here. I'm gonna tell you both of them. Both may resonate. I'm not sure. Someone may be also giving you something too. Gifting you something, giving you something. Something that kind of oh, so frustrating. Solidify. I can't. It won't come out of my mouth. Oh my God, so embarrassing. Someone may actually gift you something that makes something more solid or concrete. If I ever remember how to say that word, I'll say it. Okay. Solidifies. Oh my gosh, it just came out so easily that time. What in the world? Let's keep going. That just threw me completely off. What else do I need to know about? They're indecisive. They're waiting here. Why are they waiting? Waiting to make a judgment call. What's the judgment here? What's besides this indecisiveness about it, but what is the judgment? I'm trying to figure out what they want. You have a King of Swords and a Nine of Cups. And this other scenario is you sitting in a position where you're trying to figure out what it is that you want. Sitting in a position to where you're head over heart here. When it comes to, this is kind of a weird combination because the King of Swords is looking at the Nine of Cups. Let me be smart about and logical here about what makes me happy. What is it that I want? This could be somebody that is focused on your happiness as well. And then, like I said before, if this is like a career type thing, this is you looking at this going, am I happy here? Will I be happy here? This is like a wish come true here, right? There's something significantly changing about your mindset when it has to do with this whole situation. You know, this also feels like someone that maybe tried to play a game here, but something's changing with how they feel. Interesting reading. Is the Ace of Cups about? The Six of Swords in reverse. This is an inability to move on. An inability to move on here. It's like a transition or a change, but there's an inability to do that, or someone's indecisive about this. Should I move on from this? This feels like a conversation that needs to be had. Of someone asking, you know, should I move on from this? I don't know what to do about this. What's the Death? Ace of Swords. There's the conversation. Some of you there may be, let's just keep going before I say that actually. This is somebody that wants to make the right choice when it comes to this change and how they kind of, you know, it says negotiate here. So I think that's a big part of this. It's like somebody negotiating the changes, making some changes. This can be like somebody that can't move on from a relationship or how they feel. They're trying to look at this logically, but they're indecisive here about making some sort of judgment call. Because they want to make the right decision, and so they're wanting to negotiate some changes that are here. What is the Page of Swords and the Ten of Wands? Three of Cups. There could be something to do with a third energy that there's a burden in some way. This could be, it's hard to express some sort of truth here. There's some kind of someone taking responsibility for something. Someone here taking responsibility for the getting together, the third energy that's here. It's like I take responsibility for creating this. You know, why is the Ace of Pentacles with the Page of Cups? This can be like an apology, and this is a Ten of Pentacles. This is like, somebody offering something long term. If this is a job thing, this is someone offering a long term contract, like, and some significant income as well. You have a Ten of Pentacles here with the Ace of Pentacles. The Ace to the 10. Literally, someone is giving you a Ace of Pentacles with the Ten of Pentacles in mind. And for some of you, this is like a lump sum or something, or some kind of inheritance or something like that. I think some of y'all, there may be some kind of engagement that takes place here. Ace of Pentacles would be that new beginning, that solid offer we talked about. You have a ring that's right here in front of me, and this says engagement. So I can't unsee that. For some of you, that's there. What is the Three of Cups? Speak out, Three of Cups, responsibility. What is the Three of Cups? The Chariot. This is like somebody that has some kind of this is wanting to overcome some sort of challenge. If there's some kind of outside interference or outside situation, there's a truth that's being expressed about that, and taking responsibility and like figuring this out or structuring this in some sort of way to have the most favorablest outcome. Or someone taking responsibility and trying to, you know, move things in a positive direction when it comes to that. What is the Ace of Swords? The Ace of Wands? What is the Ace of Wands? Oh, okay. Now we're talking. That makes sense. It's the Page of Pentacles here and the Five of Wands. There is the truth that's here when it comes to this new beginning. This is like, it's just accepting the challenge too. There's someone here is wanting to kind of accept the challenge and they feel like they're making the right decision for them. They're accepting the challenge that's here. There is some kind of a plan that's being created when it comes to dealing with this interference. This Five of Wands. Competition, battles, chaos, disagreement. When it comes to whatever this is, there's like a plan, a solid foundation or a plan through this, and like loyalty in a way. Someone, you know, being loyal or faithful through this. Learning as you go is something that's here as well. Accepting the challenge. This is interesting. What's the bottom of the deck? The Moon. The Seven of... Oh my gosh. Woo! This is there's something real big here that may happen for you very soon. You have the World here. The Three of Pentacles. There's that commitment. There's that collaboration. You have a King of Wands, a King of Cups, and a Tower. Then you have the Knight of Pentacles, the Empress, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Moon. What is like hidden or in the dark, or what it is that you can't see, is there's someone here that's waking up to everything. I think that it's like they see growth here. They see this. Yeah, these are all pentacles too. they're seeing like someone for who they are. They're seeing someone, the value in someone, and they're seeing like this something paying off, you know, in the long run. There is this Knight of Pentacles here. Again, that dream come true kind of energy. And a Tower moment. I think somebody's having I think somebody's realizing that they can't go back to the way that things were because of how they feel now. So it's either like a relationship or some kind of an offer. You know, like, let's just say you're at a job and you're living this job and and then you like get an opportunity to go do like a crazy interview. And so you go get to do that crazy interview. When you get done with that, you have to go back to your job. And it was like, you know, like kind of out there. You didn't think you were going to get something like that. But now that you're back at your job, you start thinking about it and you're like, you know, that's something I'd really like, you know. Now that I've already know that that's a possibility or something that's there, I got kind of a little bit of a taste of it in a way. It's like I can't go back to my regular job. You know, it's like that kind of a feeling, even if that's just a relationship. There's something to do with an experience. And the truth around an experience and wanting to make that something that's long term or lasting. And there's a commitment to that. I think this is something that's been hidden from you up until now. For some of you, this has to do with how much work or effort you're putting into something. And then some of you, there's someone that's giving you something to think about. They want you to think about them. This is someone that let's see, how are you feeling about this person that's in this reading? The Three of Swords. You feel like that this person either can hurt you very bad or did. Okay, so the Knight of Pentacles is there. That Tower, that King of Cups, Scorpio energy. You have Aquarius down here, Cancer. All these aces. There's definitely a new beginning on the table. But it's going to come in a Tower moment. This is something that someone's like working their way towards you slowly. And they're waking up to how they feel, or they're waking up to... There's this Tower moment that takes place. I mean, they go from this Knight to this King. And it's abrupt. It's quick. And this can be somebody that's also like waking up to a different way of being or themselves and wanting to be committed, wanting to have commitment. For some of you, this may have been a player. It's always been like a player. And now they're coming back around and they're wanting like commitment or something else from you. Because they can't, you know, find anybody else like you or something like that is there with that Empress energy. And you're looking at this person going, you know, you're going to hurt me, or you broke my heart, or like you're indecisive here about whether or not logically this is going to make you happy in some kind of way. But this person has also been through that as well. And then there's this overcoming some kind of challenges or obstacles. This could be like how you can coexist or come together if you're, you know, you live in two different areas or something like that is there. Like how do you, like with that Three of Cups, how do you join, you know, come together? Okay, so let's get an overall look here. And then we'll grab it one card for advice. And I'll leave you. What is the overall of this message? Yeah. Ancient history. What is the overall of this message? Someone that you have a past with. Then you have a big heart. This lazy daisy. In the study room. This is somebody that has been procrastinating or just kind of putting the situation off here with you. Trying to figure out how they feel. They've been procrastinating because they've been kind of studying you or studying the situation or trying to figure you out or figure out what they've been learning, you know, they've been learning about some things about themselves and who they are and what they want and how they feel. But there's love here. Now, that Three of Swords is how you see this person. I don't know what happened for you guys. I don't know who this is to you. This could be somebody you still talk to. This could be somebody you don't want to ever talk to again. So, y'all take it how it resonates. I'm only the reader. I'm reading every story that I see. So, trying to at least. What advice do you have for pile 1? But for some of you, there's definitely some kind of a job opportunity that's here. And I think if you procrastinate on taking action towards that, you may feel like it won't be there anymore, you know? Like they'll find someone else or something. Magic prayer, 28. Your prayers will be answered. Speak your intentions into the universe. We will provide your heart's desires. Okay, let's get some initials to close. Well, I don't know how quick these were, but y'all, that was crazy reading. Okay. That wasn't very cash money of you. Just let me adore you. You have the heart message, so you're definitely going to get a message here from this person or a conversation. It's about feelings. You have the lollipop, so definitely an sweet opportunity. We have FLQIJLR or a W as well. Okay, we have Will. I'm telling you, I think some of y'all may get proposed to. We have Junior here. Miller. Phil. Jill. We have MILF in the bowl. Alright guys, that's all I see. I'll leave you here. So thank you so much. Oh, we have eel too. Somebody may have butterflies or sick to their stomach about something. Alright guys, thank you so much for being here. Thanks for all your love and support and kindness, of course. I hope this helps. Good luck to you guys, and I hope to see you soon. Hey, pile 2. So if you chose date, now this came out in reverse. I'm going to take it in reverse. So let's see what this has to do with. You have courting, dating, anniversary, and meetup here. I think something may have happened, or you're questioning whether or not you should meet up with somebody. Or maybe you made plans and the plans didn't come to fruition. So let's just take a look. You have the Six of Swords here in reverse and the Four of Pentacles. This is the Edgar Allan Poe Tarot. Okay, so some of y'all just may be very guarded or protecting your energy. You don't know if you should go towards this or not. There's something here about something you're not sure about. If you should meet up here or not. Okay, let's see. Tell me about what pile 2 needs to know about this. We have the Star. So that's There's long blonde hair here in both these cards, so that's Aquarius energy. There's that Six of Swords in the reverse again. The Six of Swords in reverse could be resisting, like a transition, or holding back, or you have some kind of baggage, or returning to something. So, Justice in reverse. The World. I think for some of you, you're trying to figure out if something's over with or not. Why is the Star here? The Eight of Pentacles. If something is, if you can work something out, if you can still, like, make progress somewhere, and you're reflecting. On working something out, whether or not you should work something out with someone. Six of Swords in the reverse. That Queen of Wands in the reverse. Okay, so this is this would be kind of going back to someone that was not happy with you. Okay, or you are not happy in the situation. You know this is going to bring up a lot of old emotional baggage. This is someone that won't be happy here. Let's see. Why is the Justice? Libra is here. Aquarius and Sagittarius, Leo, Aries. You have a Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. Oh, someone feels like they've been done unfair. The Tower with the World in reverse. Scorpio energy. Look at this. He's moving towards a tower here in the World, which is a chapter closing out. And you have the Tower that's here in reverse, which can be like either avoiding that or picking up the pieces. Now, he looks like he's headed towards it. In the World being that closure, I think that this is a situation where you perhaps are trying to figure out whether or not you should meet up with someone. I think that you're worried about it bringing up some past emotions, some resentment or some pain, or you're worried about like this coming out in you in some way, or this coming out in the other person. And you know that there is some sort of unjust that's been done. This could be somebody that you were with for a long time, like somebody that didn't, and this could be the other way around as well. But this is someone that, like, and you also worry here too. Are you wasting your time? Like, is it all over and done with? Am I wasting my time? But there's a desire here to try to pick up the pieces, or at least have some sort of closure. So you're kind of going back and forth with this, back and forth, back and forth. And if you can make progress in this situation here, or if you should just leave this alone. What's going on here, though? So what's going to happen here? Let's see what the Queen of Wands in reverse is here for. The Five of Pentacles. Someone got left out in the cold. Someone feels bitter in a way because they have been left out in the cold about something. And that's the emotional baggage that someone's holding on to. The Two of Pentacles. They could have been juggled. They feel like maybe you juggled them or they juggled you. There was some indecision that was going on there, and they feel like you may chose someone else, or remember, the roles can be switched. I'm trying to get both sides in there so y'all can understand. You'll know where you sit, obviously, in this, but why is that Eight of Pentacles there? There may be some kind of a letter you receive from this person, or you're wanting to give to this person, where you kind of pour your heart out, or you just your emotions in some way, or they did you. Six of Pentacles in reverse. When it comes to things not being equal, it's like somebody trying to apologize or take responsibility or give some sort of closure in some kind of way, knowing that the other person is holding on to the fact that they left them out in the cold. Tell me about, or juggling them, or chose a different, someone else or something else. Why is the Ten of Pentacles here in reverse? The Judgment in reverse. There's this heavy significance here whether or not this is something that is going to be a wasted time. Can you come back from this loss in some way? Something was significantly unfair. Someone feels like they were done very inappropriate when it comes to the amount of time and energy they spent into something. They didn't get the same justice. Like, they feel like they didn't get the same justice that they gave. And I don't know if that's you or if that's someone that's with you. The Queen of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, and the Nine of Pentacles just came out in reverse. For some of you, if there's some sort of divorce situation here, then this is someone that feels like that they didn't get the adequate amount, possibly financially, or like it wasn't equal the way you separated things, or something like that is going on here too, or could be. But there's someone here does still have emotions. Like, there's still emotions that are involved here, but they do not, someone didn't get valued. It's like this Queen of Cups with this Nine of Pentacles in reverse felt devalued in some way. And they may also not be single. I think you would be aware of that, though. And I don't know, this could be your energy, right? Somebody was devalued in some way. They didn't see them properly. They feel like they didn't see them properly. They just there's this energy here of just discarding someone. Why is the Tower in reverse? The Four of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles in the reverse. So it's like, this is like trying to kind of work together, trying to do something, trying to fix the broken commitment. Somebody trying to hold on to whatever's left, and there's hardly anything left. That's what this is. Why is that Six of Pentacles in reverse? Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. Seven Pentacles. There's a letter here. Either you're sending a letter or someone's getting a letter. Something to do with a letter or communication in some way, where someone is kind of expressing themselves, expressing how they felt, expressing what they now know, expressing how they see things. They're wanting to kind of give someone else some sort of closure or understanding, or apologize, but not just apologize, but explain why, explain the way that they see things now, that they just didn't see it before. There's a lot of this stuff going on. What's going to happen here? What's going to happen here? The Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. Well, that does talk about second chances, but it also talks about closed doors too. So let's see. King of Swords, Aquarius energy. The Ten of Swords. Strength. Why is the Wheel of Fortune here? Temperance. In the reverse. That's being frustrated. And the Five of Wands in the reverse. I think that this is a situation where there may be some sort of reconciliation as far as closure goes, but I feel like that's kind of where this comes to a close. There's this frustration around, wanting a second chance or the door being shut, and it not being not having, how do I say this? Wanting peace, but maybe not having the peace that you wanted. And being somewhat frustrated here. But being, smart about this, being logical, this does make sense. It makes sense why there's not a second chance here. As much as it frustrates me here, I understand, going our separate ways. Because this is making amends. The Five of Wands in reverse is kind of hashing it out and then making amends and shaking hands or hugging or whatever, and then you go your separate ways. That Ten of Swords would be that ending, and that Strength would say, this is going to take some internal strength. The Two of Swords, this is a choice, someone making a choice, or choices that caused an ending. Strength and Hermit. Whatever happens here, it will, you'll come to conclusions, but you'll also have something to think about. You'll go into this hermit mode and really trying to understand, what happened here and why and how you feel about it. And it's going to put you into that hermity place for a little bit where you're wanting to kind of isolate yourself. Or this is someone else that's here. They're in this place, or they go to this place. Virgo energy, Sagittarius, Aquarius, Leo. What happens after the Hermit, though? The Page of Pentacles in the reverse. The Hanged Man. It's a long pause. It's like you take some time here before you jump into anything. There's this sense of holding back. The Knight of Pentacles. Slow forward movement. It's like you're forced to have to see something in a different way, and you do. You're forced to have to be strong here with this situation. And then sorry about that, guys. And you kind of move into a new direction. See, this card here is, it's like it takes you some time to figure out really what the lesson was here. But you see all these, everything's broke in this house. The windows, it's all boarded up. He's got his back turned to it, but he has cash just everywhere. You think he could get all that fixed, but it's not. I can't remember the story here exactly around this, but that looks like my cat George. Anyway, it's like it's something that you're realizing you can't fix or put back together no matter how much you have. You can't put something here back together. And it just doesn't fit the same. It's not the same. And so, even though that's disappointing, you don't really have any other choice. And so you kind of go into this hermit energy where you have to, you're forced to see something in a different way or go in a different direction. And you do. You get there. And then there's this, it's just slow. Just a slow moving energy. Yeah, you have the Lovers and the Knight of Wands. Page of Wands in the reverse. Page of Cups in the reverse. Four Cups. Three of Swords in the Sun. High Priestess. So you may choose to go in a different direction. There may be someone else that's here. But I feel like that's something that's I just feel like that it doesn't give you what you're looking for. Okay, so here's the deal. If this isn't your energy and this is someone else, the way that I'm feeling about this is that you turn this person away, or this opportunity here away, which is frustrating. You kind of go your separate way from this person and you make the hard decision to, to end this because of some sort of betrayal, like something that you can't come back from. It takes a lot of strength, but you go into this hermit space to try to figure out what it is that you really want, to try to get over this. You procrastinate having a new beginning until you have some sense of understanding, and it's hard to have to look at a situation differently, to get another look or another take on it and how you feel about that before you just go jump into something else. So you spend some time here understanding how you feel, but you also do get that understanding and you take that understanding that you have and you slowly begin to live again, to experience things again, you slowly get back to yourself. And I think that for some of you, this person, they may make a choice here to kind of just be a Knight of Wands energy. And this would be like somebody, that kind of just goes a little bit crazy after a breakup or something, and because you have a Knight of Wands, a Page of Wands in the reverse, a Page of Cups in the reverse, but the Four of Cups is here. So it's like all of these individuals, none of them make this person happy. They're still like bored with this. You know what I mean? Yeah, and they're just trying to find somebody to help them heal from this. Really, that's what's here. But for some of you, I mean, the roles could be switched here. I don't know what side of this you're on. Okay, interesting reading. Let's see if we can get overall energy here. What's the overall energy here for Paul 2? One more. Bottom of the deck, you have wasting time, and I kept saying that over and over and over. And then the bottom of the deck, you have a soul family. So this could be someone that is part of your soul family, your soul contract. Somebody that you feel like you had family with, maybe, or you just felt like you were with this person for a long period of time. You felt like they were your part of, a soulmate. Drinking to forget, trying to move on. If this is like an ex, this person goes through a lot of different kinds of rebounds. But they're still not happy with it. Unhealthy choices and ghosted. There you go. That's it. I mean, there you go. Trying to move on the rebound, deeply missing you. Unhealthy choices, bad eating habits, focusing on your health. Careful who and what you let in. Yeah, and that's here. This is like someone, like you're having a really hard time trusting this situation. You feel like you're not safe here with this person. What did they do to you? And then you have ghosted that's here. So you could be ghosting someone. They could be doing that to you. But, I mean, it's just a feeling of where you cut something off. And we see that Wheel of Fortune in reverse with that Temperance. That could be that closed door, That lack of closure is here, too. So I feel like it's like trying to figure out if you should meet up with this person or not. Do you need that closure or not? More they need it than you do, or something like that is there. And you're trying to figure out if that is worth it or if it is a waste of time. All it's doing is prolonging the inevitable in some way. Like nothing good will come out of it. So either you're in this place to where you're wanting someone back and you're trying to, you're missing this person, you're wanting another opportunity, you're the one writing this letter, or you're getting all that from someone else, okay? So whichever side you're in. How are you feeling about this person? The Sun, Leo energy, and the High Priestess. That's a combination. You feel like you see this person clearly. Someone feels like someone is like their happiness, their sun, and then the other person feels like the other person is, like you see this person straight up. You can't unsee what you've seen with this person. What was under the surface? Pisces and Leo energy there. How are you seeing this person? Whoa. Nope, I'm not doing that. But the Page of Swords is there, so you may feel like this person in reverse, with the Hierophant in reverse and the Three of Cups, you feel like this person's a liar. Three of Wands in the reverse. Two of Wands. Queen of Swords. Moon. The Empress in reverse. You feel like this person is not honest with you. You feel like they're non-committal. Like you can't trust this person. If that's the other way around, this person's feeling like they can't trust you. You know, you just have to take it how it resonates, guys. Okay. I'm going to leave that alone. I'm just going to leave it alone. Golly, guys, you know what? I don't even think that I got Paul. Oh, no, I did. I was fixing to say, I don't think I got Paul One's advice, but I did. Trying to keep these under so long. I'm definitely not what I said I was going to be. You have new light. You have 3. It came right out. Okay. You have new light. Someone or something in your life needs to be seen in a different light. Observe things you may have missed. Number 19. That would be this here. And you may feel that way too. If, you know, if you've left this person, you may feel like that as time trickles on, like there's more things that come out that you didn't, that were hidden in plain sight. Do you know what I mean? Have you ever been with somebody and then you haven't been with them for a while, and a friend of yours or someone else brings something up when you were with that person, and they're like, oh yeah, you remember when they did this or so-and-so, and you're like, what? I don't remember that. I did that? I stayed with them? Like, they did that to me? And, like, because sometimes in relationships, especially narcissist relationships, you can get so fixated on the other person, so tied up into believing them, that if you were a friend standing on the outside of your story and looking at it through the window, you would sit there and go, what are you doing? Did you hear what they just said? Or did you see what they just did? Or do you know what they just did? Like you're letting them get away with that? You know what I mean? It's that kind of weird feeling. So you have stop and reassess here, number 13. You need more information about this situation in order to make the right decision. Look into it further and pay attention to the details. There's 2 cards here talking about looking at a situation differently and really paying attention to the details. And she even has her hand up where she's saying no. And 13 would be that change. So she's not wanting that change. 28, magic prayer. Your prayers will be answered. Speak your intentions in the universe and we will provide your heart's desires. Okay. Interesting. Interesting reading. So you're going to get some kind of letter or something here from somebody. That's what... Or you're thinking about writing that, and you're the one that doesn't know if it's going to be a waste of time. I would say, there's closure here on the table. The world is here upright. So however this goes and whatever you decide, closures. It closes the cycle out, you know. Smile to the world. Some of you are like, I already closed that cycle out. I don't want to give them closure, and that's fine too. That might be part of what you're trying to figure out. Should I give this person closure, or should I just leave this alone? We have BS, as I say that. We have D, I, disrespect. Come here. We have B, bad day, I heard in my head. Q, H, M or W, A, E. Oh, there's May right there. May is my friend Megan. Her initials are, I call her May sometimes. Anyway, I just talked to her today, so that's funny that it came out like that. We have a W. Oops. An E and A. Did I even say it? We have an X, a G, a P, a V, an S, and a V. GPS is right here. Ape is in the bowl. Wax. Home. I heard no more. Smash. Disrespect, already said. Beg. Beat. Betsy. Wish. Gap. Okay. Smash. Alright guys, I'm going to hold this up so y'all can see it. I'm going to leave you right here. So thank you so much for being here. Thanks for all your love and support and kindness, of course. I hope this helps. Good luck to you guys with this, and I hope to see you soon. Hey, Paul. 3. So if y'all chose heartbreak, hurt, betrayal, grief, and disappointment. So what do you need to know? Some of you may be going through this at this time. You may be in a place to where you feel betrayed or hurt. You're just disappointed, or perhaps you're grieving here about something. Heartbreak. Okay. So we're going to use the Paul's Tarot to get an overall look here. What this is about. What do you need to know? What does Pile 3 need to know about this heartbreak? What does Pile 3 need to know about this heartbreak? Page of Wands in the reverse. Woo! The Hermit here just flew up in the air all over the place. So I'm actually going to put it back. Virgo energy there. Maybe overanalyzing something. Perhaps. Not doing well in a period of isolation. You have the Page of Wands in the reverse. This could be somebody you're wondering about. What does Pile 3 need to know? You have a Knight of Cups in the reverse. Death in the reverse. For some of you, you may have thought someone was changed, but they're not. For some of you, there's someone here that's going in a different direction. I think you're getting some kind of news about someone that doesn't feel good. You have Scorpio energy there. Justice in reverse. Tell me about the Page of Wands in the reverse. King of Wands. So this is Leo energy. Okay. This is kind of a little bit of a harder energy. You have Libra there as well. So Leo, Scorpio, and Libra. Tell me about the Knight of Cups in the reverse. The Sun, more Leo energy. This is the disappointment that's here. It's the Knight of Cups in reverse. Has to do with either, like, maybe you opened up to someone emotionally or they opened up to you, but It's the emotions are either they're not reciprocated, or this is someone that went into a different direction. There's just a disappointment here. And there's just like a lack of knowing exactly how someone else feels could be part of this as well. Something not turning out the way that you wanted it to. Something that maybe you were sure of this. It just did not go like you planned. Why is the Death here in reverse? The Star. You're having a hard time accepting something. Accepting the ending. Why is Justice here? This could be somebody around you as well, so keep that in mind. Justice in the reverse. You have the the King of Swords in the reverse. Oh. Okay, so there's somebody here that's very upset because they feel, why is this coming out? You know why I think it's coming out like this? I feel like in these readings that I've been doing lately, it's like this. Retrograde's over, and we had a big one, right? We had this just significant energies that was like all kinds of people were waking up to certain things, making significant decisions, making heavy decisions, and going in new directions. And what does that do? Well, it leaves others behind, right? And so I'm getting like readings that have to do with that others being left behind, in a way, and a lot of people feeling like this is unfair, like it's just unfair, you know, whether they're in the right or wrong, it doesn't matter. They just have this feeling of something being unjust, not willing to take responsibility for their part, feeling like something is unfair. And it comes from a place of being sure. Like this is someone that was sure on something working or working out or going in their favor, but they were left with disappointment. And they're having a hard time accepting this change, this ending, perhaps. They're feeling like it's very unfair. Tell me about the King of Wands with the Page of Wands. The Five of Wands in the reverse. So this is someone that maybe tried to make amends, or this could even be someone that chose a different direction for some of you. That you could be in pain about, you could be hurting about. Tell me about the Sun in reverse with that Knight of Cups in reverse, the High Priestess in reverse. This could just be something you're wondering, like, did this person go in a different direction and that's why this is coming to an end here? Like, this could be something that you're questioning, you're wondering with that High Priestess in reverse. Pisces energy. There's a feeling of someone here that feels like they don't know everything. Even if they do know everything, it's like their mind's still searching for a reason why something didn't work out. The Sun, the Star with Death in reverse. The Emperor in reverse. Someone in this reading went quick from being assured about something to being unsure about everything. Because some kind of action was taken here that didn't go in the direction that they wanted it to go into. And they were left with disappointment and misunderstanding or not understanding why that is. The Emperor in reverse is kind of, well, it's someone that can definitely be arrogant and accepting change or an ending. When he's in reverse, it's like someone that's wanting something to go their way and they're not accepting it for the reality of what it is. Tell me about the King of Swords in the reverse with Justice. The Three of Pentacles. They feel like, this is someone that feels like that, they feel like you weren't being fair with them. And I hate saying that because some of you are like, well, I mean, they didn't give me a lot to work with, you know. And I understand that side too. I'm just reading the cards, okay? So, but this is someone that, unfortunately, they feel very arrogant in the fact that they feel like that they were committed, or they did what they needed to do, or they just put a lot of effort into something, and it's unfair the way that things happened. How is this person seeing you? How is this person seeing you? The Hierophant and the Seven of Cups in the reverse. They don't want anyone else. They feel like the two of you. It's funny because he's holding up two right there in the, but he's holding those up like two can come, you know. The Hierophant is about commitment and loyalty and morals and belief system and all that, and this Seven of Cups in reverse is someone being very confused by the fact they feel like that they were committed or loyal to you, or that they feel like, you know, you align with each other as far as your morals, your beliefs, everything, tradition in a way. And they can't get that from anything else or anyone else, or they didn't go looking for anything else. This is someone that really believes, and I don't know the circumstances here, so y'all don't come at me, okay? But honestly, this is somebody that really believes that they were solely committed. Like they did everything they should have done, and it still didn't work with you. So how do you see this person? Now I have to ask that. I think you have the Nine of Wands already with the King of Pentacles in reverse. You felt like it was this person really tested your loyalty or your patience. You felt like you couldn't trust this person. King of Pentacles. Okay. Tell me more, please. How do you see this person? The Empress. You may feel like you've outgrown the situation. How do you see this person? The Two of Cups in reverse. You may feel like you've outgrown the situation and you can no longer, you no longer trust the situation. But I think this person's looking at you like you're the person that they are meant to be with. What's going to happen here? What's going to happen here? The Fool. Someone's going to take a risk. The Three of Wands in the reverse, but it's not gonna go well. Three of Cups in reverse. Tell me about the Fool. What's gonna happen here? Judgment in reverse. Someone making a bad judgment call and taking a risk anyway. Three of Wands in the reverse. The Lovers in reverse, but it does not play out in the way that they want it to. They're turned away here. Three of Cups in the reverse. Six of Cups in reverse. I don't like this energy. What is this about? Ace of Pentacles in reverse. They may have a new beginning elsewhere, opportunity elsewhere, or you do. This is like not being able to get over the past. Someone not being able to get over the past. If there was a third party energy here, then this is basically saying like they don't take this opportunity because they can't get over the past. Anything else you want to tell me about that? What's going to happen here? The Tower in reverse. The Eight of Swords in reverse. I mean, I feel like somebody needs a wake-up call to get out of their head about the situation. And they may get that in a Tower moment when someone turns their offer down. And there may actually even be someone else that's here. How are you going to respond to this? The Hermit in reverse. How are you going to respond to this? The Nine of Wands. That's a negative. That is a straight up Chariot. That's an independent energy. This is no. This is not, no. That's, I've had enough. Like the Nine of Wands is like this, I'm protecting myself here. This has been too much for me, and I'm moving in a more positive direction independently from this. The Hermit, Virgo energy with the Hermit. Page of Swords in the reverse. This is like someone that you feel as if all they do is tell you, give you promises that they can't keep. And it's like, I already see things clearly. I already see you clearly. I don't need any more introspection. I don't need you to show me anything else. Like, I'm at my wit's end here with this Strength in reverse. There is a little bit of impatience because there's some push, there's some fight back here, you know. It's this energy of enough is enough. Leo energies here, and Cancer. Page of Cups in the reverse. Yeah. You do not, there's a feeling here of you not entertaining anything either. Like you're not entertaining any kind of energies that you feel like are manipulative in any kind of way. You're not entertaining this at all. Okay, so there's someone that's hurting here, and it could be you as well that's disappointed because there's some sort of pain or betrayal that's happened here. The Ace of Cups. I think somebody was looking out for themselves and they weren't looking out for the other person. They were going towards what made them happy, and they were keeping that a secret. They were doing things for themselves or very independently, and they weren't like committed or as far as being in a relationship goes. But now they want to be, and it's just, you know, obviously it doesn't work like that. They feel as if that they have tried everything here, and they're going to make, despite what others say to them or give them advice they give them, I feel like they're still going to take a chance and try to fix the situation that's here, because they see you as their person, and they see you as commitment. But it doesn't take place, and not only does it not, I think there's another opportunity on the table. Either you have another opportunity, or this is an opportunity for this person to wake up and see things for how they are. I think you are, you know, kind of getting on your chariot and, you know, hauling butt out of there, and you're not dealing with anything that is immature or manipulative or anything like that. Once you get any kind of a scent of that energy, you're out the door, right? You're moving away from that. Yeah, you're in this Queen of Swords energy. That's it, Libra. And the Four of Swords in the reverse. So you don't have time to think about, to figure things out, to think about things, to wonder what somebody's doing, to try to question what's going on. You have no time for this. You're a Queen of Swords. You're in this logical way of thinking, and you're not about any kind of conflict. I'm not dealing with this. This is a Queen of Swords would be someone that really just kind of cuts people out or cuts people off if they're bringing conflict and confusion. You don't sit in that energy, and you're not sitting in that energy with this person anymore. Let's see what the overall is. This person, I feel like, has left you confused at some point. Manipulated you or left you confused, or was only looking out for themselves, even if you were hurting or felt confused or anything. They may have come across like they cared, but they were more so like doing whatever they needed to do to make themselves happy. What is the overall energy here? Explore the waters. Proper offer. And trouble lurking. You know what this feels like for some of you? This person may have gotten some sort of an inkling that you have an offer elsewhere. And so that could be what's kind of alerted this person to come in and either figure that out or see if they still have an opportunity here. Because you have keeping your options open here and proper offer. Gift or contribution, receiving an offer, and trouble lurking, red flags, lies, deceptions, and bad intentions. And there is no bottom of the deck. So, that being said, I feel like there may be somebody that's here that's trying to keep or prevent you from moving on or moving in another direction. They could come in with an offer for you. This Six of Cups in reverse can look like an apology as well. But I feel like it just doesn't transpire because you feel like this person has nothing but bad intentions. Even if they don't see it, even if they don't feel that way or see it, at the end of the day, this person is going to choose themselves. And I think that you realize that. They don't have your best interest. Advice. New love. Yeah, there is new love here. I'm telling you. If it's not there yet, it will be very soon. So it says there's someone better. Proper offer. And then trouble lurking. So again, for some of you, you may have someone new here coming in. This other person gets kind of a whiff of that in some way or wonders about that. And they're coming back around, you know, trying to get their foot in the door here. It says a new relationship is entering your life who will be a reflection of your newfound authenticity. New love, number 61. And then the bottom of the deck says, love yourself, number 49. You're always enough as you are. It's time to make you happy. Happiness a priority. Listen to what your inner self is saying. Yeah, it's time for you to start doing what you feel like is right and happy for you, makes you happy, just like this person's always done. I'm sorry, I'm being a little sassy, but I feel like, I feel like that this Queen of Swords energy is strong. She's not like goes unseen. She's very stern. She's strong. She's learned her lessons. She's been through the stuff. She's been through it. And she protects herself. She's guarded. And there's I feel like you're in a position to where you're starting to listen to what your needs are. And you're not putting those to the side for anyone else. Because you may have felt like you were never valued or cherished in some way. Okay. We are what we believe we are. We have the two hearts, so there's that conversation, or could be part of this new love or that reflection that I talked about. You have the hamburger, so something having everything that you need. Man, that makes me hungry. I've not had lunch yet. You have an F, a Y, a K, a J, a Y, a T, another K, and W or O, or M or O, a Y, a B, so boys there, Joy's there, G, H, N, I. Y'all go see Joy over to Journey and Light. I know I have a lot of people from her channel as well. Look, Wati, Joy at YouTube. Go see Joy at YouTube. On YouTube. That's funny. Over at A Journey and Light, okay? Go check her out. Okay, let's see. What else? Kim is here, or Kimberly, him, Ken, King, bong, bond, family, kind, kite, job, alright guys, I'm gonna leave you here. So thank you so much for being here. Thanks for all your love and support and kindness, of course. I hope this helps. Good luck, and I hope to see you soon. Bye. Hey, pile 3. So if you chose divine timing, wrong timing, stalemate, perfect timing, and waiting. Okay. So some of y'all may be in the position to where you're waiting for something. Some of y'all could be in a place to where you're wondering if this is a stalemate with someone. When is the right time here? Is this the wrong time? So time is relevant, obviously. So let's take a look and see. This is the Starlight Tarot. Is that right? Pretty sure that's right. Okay, one more. One more. A little bit of a stiff deck here. Okay, a little better. So pile 4, what do they need to know? What does pile 4 need to know? Yeah, you have a Queen of Wands here in the reverse and an 8 of Swords. Some of you are getting frustrated here. You feel like there's nothing you can do about the timing of things. You have the 3 of Wands in the reverse, and you feel like you're stuck in your head here because you're starting to lose confidence, perhaps. Something's not happening the way that you wanted it to, or going the way that you wanted. You have a Page of Swords that's here as well. Let's get one more. The 2 of Cups. So this has to do with the relationship here. You're frustrated here because you feel as if something's not going exactly, like your hands are tied here in this. Your hands are tied in this. Tell me about the Queen of Wands in the reverse. You could be dealing with a fire sign here. It's Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. The Chariot, Cancer energy. You're ready for something to move in a positive direction. You're ready to kind of take off, but something is keeping you. Time is relevant. Why is the 8 of Swords here? Why is the 8 of Swords here? The Knight of Wands. You may be dealing with someone younger than you, or you're older. This Queen of Wands, Knight of Wands. The 8 of Swords is there. This is like an energy of someone wanting to like take off or go, right? But your hands are tied in the situation. You feel like you're stuck, and there's an inability for things to take off the way that you want things to take off. You're having to wait, or you're having to come up with a new plan. Or there's distance here. You have a 10 of Pentacles. Family could be relevant here. 10 of Pentacles being in reverse is like not knowing what to expect in the long term. Getting impatient, not knowing what to expect. And it's starting to get to you, perhaps. Why is the Page of Swords here? Okay. You have the World. So there's some sort of communication, truth around an ending or travel or distance, closing a chapter. 2 of Cups. The 10 of Swords in reverse. Well, that's recovery. Tell me more about this. Why this sounds, it feels complex. Feels like there's a lot of moving pieces here. This might have to do with a move for some of y'all. Or distance. There's some sort of communication here around a move or distance or travel and end. A trip. To like recoup. Tell me what the Chariot and the Queen of Wands in the reverse is. Death. Scorpio energy. This could have to do with wanting something to change and getting impatient here because things are not changing or moving. Why is the Knight of Wands here with the Eight of Wands? Swords. Yeah, the Two of... Someone's not making some kind of decision. And there's a feeling of like you're blocked. Like you can't make this decision. There's that 10 swords that are there, which is here. This is kind of like being indecisive, feeling like your hands are tied. This is like, if this says like you in a relationship here and like a chapter has to close before the two of you can begin together, then this is like, there's nothing that someone else can do. The other person has to make that decision. And they feel blocked from being able to, like, time may be a restraint that's here, right? Why is that 10 of Pentacles in the reverse with that 3 of Wands in the reverse? Yeah, the 9 of Swords. This is something that bothers this person. It keeps them up at night. They think a lot about this. They're worried about family. They're worried about upheaval. They're worried things aren't going to go the way that they want them to go. Like, this could be you. You could be worried that even if you make this plan, like, it's not going to go the way that you want. Something's changed here. What is the change? What is the change here that's here? The Queen of Pentacles in the reverse and the 5 of Cups in the reverse. If there's someone else that's here, then there's this feeling of moving on or getting over a disappointment. If you're in a situation where you're dealing with like an ex-spouse or something like that, that's something that's weighing on the situation. This is somebody that wants to move on from someone else. Waiting for someone to move on from someone else. This could be like a mother here, because I can't help but notice this mother and child that's here, and he's pointing to the child. And she's dressed the same. That 5 of Cups can be like overcoming a disappointment, right? Or moving on from a mistake. Forgiveness. Let's keep going because I'm going to get confused if I stay on that too long. Tell me about the World and the Page of... Thanks. Strength in reverse, Leo energy. Okay. There's that impatience again. Who's impatient here? Who are you dealing with? Impatient around a change. Transformation, change. Something changing. Noticing a change in someone. Why is the Ten of Swords here in reverse? Ten of Cups in the reverse. These are 3 tens that are out here in reverse. It's almost like somebody trying to prevent some sort of ending. Why is... There's an agreement or a commitment that's here. 7 of Wands. To defend the challenge here. Could be betrayal around family. The Two of Pentacles. Making the wrong decision or wrong choice. There's somebody here that's afraid of making the wrong choice. There's someone here that has a lot of weight from this. And they're indecisive. And they get in their head a lot. About what the future holds. And what they could lose. This could be like you're waiting for someone to change their situation and move on from something. You're waiting for that positive, for things to take off, that shift to happen. Some of you could be waiting for someone still to get divorced or to move on from someone else, or just a comfortable situation that they're in. But I think that you're running out of patience here with this. And maybe some sort of truth around like an ending taking place. There's an agreement, though, that this is a challenging situation. But yet there still needs to be some sort of decision that's made. Yeah, this is like you can't keep juggling. You have the 8 of Wands that's here. Tell me about this Queen of Pentacles. The 3 of Swords. This is like someone that could be hurting someone else because... or they could disappoint someone else. And this could cause this change to take place, or someone could be upset if they take some kind of action too soon or too quickly, or if you choose someone over someone else, then this is like someone here that is going to be upset and hurt over a situation and the changes that take place. And so there's like this prolonged feeling of, well, my hands are tied here. I don't know what to choose. Either direction that I choose, someone's going to there's an ending that's going to happen out somewhere. And I can't, make everybody happy in this situation. There is this understanding that a choice needs to be made, though. Someone is definitely worried about losing everything. Or losing something that's very valuable to them. They don't want to lose what's valuable to them. They don't know what's going to happen. They feel like they're in a very unsecure, unknown space when they think about the future, and they don't like that feeling of being in that place. I don't know if this is you or your person I'm reading, so I'm just reading the cards like I see them. What's going to happen here? The 7 of Pentacles is in reverse. The Star is here. Aquarius energy. What's going to happen here? King of Wands. What is that 7 of Pentacles in the reverse? 10 of Wands in the reverse. There's an agreement that takes place here around a choice that needing to be made and the challenges around that. Even a conversation around this. And the build-up, the frustration. And then there's this release of investment what you're investing into, or what the long term looks like. Why is the star here? Why is the release there, though? 6 of Wands in the reverse. It's just recognizing that something may not go exactly as planned, and having a realization around that, and getting things back on track with what you do want, what you do have. The 9 of Wands in the reverse. The 4 of Wands. This is someone taking the lead here. And, this is kind of like giving in to the fight, giving up. What's the Page of Pentacles, though? The 5 of Swords in reverse. Someone is making a decision in the future to give up like a fight and to have some kind of harmonious union or harmony take place, like finding peace with it, finding peace with something. Whatever the conflict here was that someone's been like putting off. It's like someone saying, well, I haven't made a choice because I just don't want to deal with it right now. It's just going to be, chaotic. It's going to be a lot. Like I just don't want to deal with it right now. I just need to make sure that I have everything in order and everything. And then the other person's like we need to make this decision, because if it's not going to happen the way we intended, we need to figure out what is going to happen, or how we're going to do this, or how we're going to deal with this, or whatever the case. And someone's there saying, yeah, you need to make that decision. You need to make that a priority instead of like keep putting it off. You need to deal with this. The longer you wait, the more it's going to hurt. The longer you wait, the worse it will be, you know? And they end up taking the lead and giving in to that. Who's this Queen of Pentacles over here, though? What's going on over here? The Ace of Wands. Someone's going to be very upset about this new beginning. But, I mean, this is a counterpart energy that's here. It's just, I think that you're like losing confidence and patience because things haven't changed. Like maybe this person intended or said they would or something like that. Because there's someone else here that's going to hurt from this decision and this new beginning. If that's not the case and there's no one else here, then someone's just been dragging their feet. And it's like you're at that point to where either we make some kind of plan, or you tell me if there's a future here or not, or, you know, I have to make my own decision, and unfortunately, no matter how I see you or the connection, I have to move in a different direction because this is just hurting me, you know? It's like someone's giving more than the other, and the other person's just waiting. Anything else? How are you feeling about this person? How do you feel about this person in the reading? The Eight of Pentacles. You've been working, putting in all the work, like I said, and someone else isn't. So how does this person feel or see you? The King of Pentacles. They feel like you've been there. They feel like you've maintained a sense of loyalty and honor, and you've been there, been supportive throughout this whole thing. So how are they seeing you with this Eight of Pentacles? The Nine of Pentacles, like you're ready for more. You've been like in this place of being comfortable for too long, and you're ready for more. You want more. How are you seeing them with the King of Pentacles? The Five of Pentacles. You feel like that they have They're kind of leaving you out in the cold somewhat. You have a, they're lacking, like, giving to you. Was that how they saw you or you saw them? Anyway, Page of Wands is here at the bottom with the Three of Pentacles. There's a message here at the Queen of Cups and the Lovers in reverse and the Hierophant. There is this message here that is being sent around commitment and needing to make a choice. Time is relevant because I think you've been patient enough. Okay. I'm going to have to pause to plug in my phone because even though we only have a few minutes, it may die. Okay, so sorry guys. So we're going to use the Twin Flame Audio Oracles to get an overall energy. I just saw Painting Red Roses. Painting Roses Red, which is the Fix-It card. What is the overall energy here for pile 4? We have time flies. We have It's a Celebration, but it technically didn't come out, so let's keep going and see. So overall energy here for call 4. We have Voodoo Doll and Spiritual Death. So yeah, here's the thing, is that you're starting to wonder, like, is this person manipulating the circumstances? Something needs to change, right? Because it's putting you into not a great place, that things haven't changed. You're starting to lose confidence in yourself. You're starting to not feel good about where you are and waiting. Yep. Let's get some advice. What advice do you have for Paul? Came right out of there. Conflicting desires. Bottom of the deck says thrive. I'm actually going to read this one first. Number 18. Make the best of the blessings in your life and consider. Why did I know that I wasn't going to be able to say that right? Before it even came out of my mouth and I was reading it in my head, it just didn't sound right. Make the best of the blessings in your life and concentrate on what's working. Your angels are clearing the way for you. So focus on what is working here, because there are conflicting desires, okay? So somebody's dealing with some conflicting desires. We saw that here. When the choice is hard, follow your heart. Your desires will stop fighting against each other. Number 38. Yeah. Easier said than done, right? Sometimes. But, I mean, when the choice is hard, you know, follow your heart here. If you feel like this is taking too long, or it's not going to go anywhere, or you feel like this person's trying to manipulate the circumstances in some way, then definitely listen to your heart and what you need to do. We have a peach, which always makes me feel like somebody has a nice booty. You have, yeah, game over with the game thing. It's like you don't want to play games anymore. You're over that. It's okay to make mistakes. That's what we saw here. We have the big chocolate donut with sprinkles, which means something is a real treat, but you can't indulge too much, right? You have the big pill, so it's like something that's difficult, like a heavy pill to swallow. You have the turtle, so there's that energy of it taking a long time. Work hard, dream big. You have K, a J, an X, an H, an A, F, S, and Y. Fix, facts, hoax. Safe, sake, fake. Jake is here. I know there's not an E, but I'm just, you know. J. Jiffy. Sack. Okay, guys. I'm gonna leave it here. So thanks so much for being here. Thanks for all your love and support and kindness, of course. Hope this helps. Good luck to you guys with this, and I hope to see you soon. Bye.